Good morning. Welcome and welcome back. I am Sue Pickering. We are going to get started with a collective reading and keep what resonates, leave what does not. Okay. Nine of Swords came out reversed. So I feel like for many of you, you're coming out of this process of being in your head, of thinking things, sometimes we can be in our head. We're trying to figure out what life has for us. We're trying to figure out what's the path. We're trying to figure out how can I feel for some of you, the pressure of figuring out exactly what the plan is for you puts you in your head rather than being in flow and listening to the messages that Spirit has for you. So it's so easy to try and have to want to figure everything out. What's next on my path? Where do I go? Should I be doing this? All of the things. So you're coming out of that. And then the next we have the devil. So really, I feel like with the devil, it's all about, could be addictions, but I'm not feeling that. It's like you keep going back to processing in your head. It's like a habit that keeps forming and keeps moving toward, keeps you from moving toward the direction that you need to be moving in. Okay. Five of Swords. It came out reversed. Well, almost reversed, but this is all this conflict in your mind. Wow. This is really big. This is, it could be conflict in your mind. You keep processing how, like, maybe it's about money, maybe it's about, relationships, however that relates to you. There's this massive conflict, and they're trying to tell you to get off the path. Get off the path of the addiction of having to think things through. It is so easy to have to want to figure things out, but sometimes we can't. We can't have it all figured out because the path is the path for us, and just being in a moment and sitting and allowing for messages to come through and allowing yourself to not have it figured out. For some of you, there's a conflict with moving forward into something, but they're showing me that there's an aspect here for you to make yourself seen, to be shown, to allow your light to shine. Okay. There's something here with you being more in the spotlight, with you being more authentic. There's just some contemplation here. There's some contemplation of having to have things set up a certain way. What if you just went by the seat of your pants? It's like going to do a speech or a class. Do you need to have every point written out and in your thought pattern to how exactly you're going to do it? What they're showing me is just show up, have your key points, and make sure you cover your key points, but just come from the cuff and just speak from the heart, is what they're showing me. And it'll go with more flow. It'll go with more ease. You will say the things you need to say. You will do the things you need to do. People won't even know if you missed anything. That's just an example. Okay. Two of Cups. Okay, I'm feeling like the more you are in flow, the more you're connected to, obviously, you're connected to Spirit's guidance. But they're showing me with the flow, there'll be more better relationships coming through. There'll be more ease on your path. They're showing me there's going to be this connectedness. And I feel like this is connectedness more to your heart space than to someone else with the love card, with the Two of Cups, okay? Um, Father of Fire, which is the King of Wands. This is mastering moving forward through this, okay? Mastering your mind to move forward. Mastering, when you are in your head, that's your ego. That's your ego speaking. Your ego is controlling. It's about taking back your power. 10 of Cups. Fulfillment. This is the happiness, the emotional fulfillment to its fullest, okay? When you can master not being in your head as much, you will be in more flow, obviously, but you will have this freedom upon you that it will allow for you to navigate with way more ease, with more fulfillment, okay? Ooh, those two flew out. Two of Cups again. So connection, and then the Four of Wands. Connection and celebration. But this is more about celebrating you to your fullest. This is about not being afraid to see your light, not being afraid. They're showing me a peacock. And when they show me the peacock, it's telling me you're not being all that you need to be. You might be dimming your light for other people. You might be just not showing yourself, okay? Your true self. Because you're in your head. Your head is telling you, processing all this stuff. What if, all of these things, what happens next? Okay, I'm figuring it out. Seriously, it's an aspect of just being. And Eight of Wands. So things will happen so much faster when you can be more in flow, okay? And this is relationship with self, finding balance. There's something here that you are struggling to find balance with. And I feel like some aspect is about money for some of you, that there's this worry, there's this what next, what if, and it's all part of this, a part of your growth to trust, to see things are going to work out. If you are on your calling and you are truly, truly in your passions, everything will fall into place. It will. It just takes time. Who do you need to be to have it all fall into place? It isn't an easy journey, and we can't be in an aspect of we go from one space to another and it's all figured out and it's all just going to come to you. It's all about the learning process. Who do you need to be? What energy do you need to have? It's like getting a new position. You're not going to know everything on the first day. It's like, what do you need to learn to figure all of your job out? What do you need to discover? What, like, all of the things. It takes time, okay? And then you got the Eight of Pentacles. As I speak, Eight of Pentacles is all about working toward your goals and continuing to move in that direction. Learn what you need to learn. Master your craft. Master your craft is what's coming through. And this came out reversed. So this is coming out of you have been you've gone inward, and you have done so much self-discovery. Now you can allow your light to shine. You can be in that aspect of who you need to be because you have gone inward now, and you have learned so many things along this journey that is going to bring you to your enlightenment. But now is the time to allow it yourself to shine. Whoa. Birds went flying everywhere. Knight of Cups came out reversed. So there's an aspect here of, are you waiting for something to just happen for you? Or, do you have an armor on? Do you, all of that? This is the ending. You got the Ten of Swords reversed. Or did it? Oh, sorry. I flipped that over. The Ten of Swords is upward. I apologize. It's this ending, and it's like when we have an ending, we can sometimes struggle because it is no longer on our path the way we used to live, the way we used to think, and it's really hard to process this new way of thinking, this new way of being, and that new way of being is being more in flow. And really showing up for what you need to contribute to yourself, to whatever you got going on, okay? And really understanding that it really takes coordination to be in these aspects where we can fully trust. Six of Swords, moving away. Spirit is leading you in the direction. But we have to be able to trust the not steering the ship. We have to be able to trust in navigating. We have to be able to trust in all of it. And I see moving into calmer waters. I see movement toward the direction that is, you may be seeing darkness as you go along the path, but often we just need clarity in that darkness. And often the darkness leads to light, because we can't have light without the darkness. It's discovering more of who you are, okay? Six of Swords, preparing, planning, moving on. This is saying you got Six of Swords twice now, okay? And then you got Six of Cups and Ace of Pentacles. Okay. New beginnings. Spirit is going to be offering you this new wealth, this new possibly career, this happiness, this joy, moving along the journey, enjoying life, and having balance is what they're showing me, okay? Having balance in this, okay? But definitely packing up, moving on. If you haven't already, this is a big aspect of this, but this is about you mastering your craft. Are we ever complete masters? I'm not certain about that, but mastering what we can right now, because we're evolving, we're changing, and it's going to lead us into different directions for different aspects of our life. Gaining clarity, the moon, gaining clarity on where you're going. If you don't know, ask for clarity rather than processing the clarity, what you are trying to process, okay? If we are in our head, we just can't process properly. Our brain does not function. It's like a fight or flight. It keeps you, if you're in fear and you keep processing, you stay in fear. It's all part of that process, or that program that we have been living, okay? Two of Swords, gaining clarity. What is it that you need to see? Who, like, I was going to say, who do you need to see how they are? However that fits for you, okay? The Hierophant. He came out reversed. This deck I don't take reversals, sorry. But the Hierophant, you're ready to be the teacher. You've done the work. And there's an aspect here for you to stand up and be seen. There's something more for you to gain clarity on, to be seen, because you have so much, you have so many skills, you have so much to offer and teach and be the leader in. They're showing me duality. They're showing me, where do you feel like you're not perfect in what you do? Do you have to be a master at it to be seen? I don't know everything, and I continue to grow and move in the direction where I can continue to grow. And I just keep moving. I am who I am. I attract the right people for me at this time. regardless of how long I've been on this path, all of the things. And I just don't, I used to be that person. I used to stay up all night long, worried about money, worried about life, worried. How am I going to do this? What if someone thinks of me this way? Another aspect is having a conversation with someone, and then all of a sudden you get home and you go, "Ooh, I shouldn't have said this, or I should have said this, and I wanted to say that." That is processing. It is, no, everything happened perfect in this moment, and moving on. It is really hard to untrain our brains. It is so hard. Letting go. It is all about letting go. The Four of Pentacles is holding on to the past, holding on to the old patterns, holding on to the things. To move on. Page of Cups, new beginnings. This is new offerings. This is new offerings, but new emotional happiness, newness. And you know what? If you're processing what if, chances are those stories we have put in our mind, they never ever happen. 96% or 92 or 96% never ever happen. But he's got the umbrella. He's fine. He's gonna come out just fine. If it rains, he's protected. He's got it figured out. He's got rubber boots on too. They're telling me, answer the call. Answer the calling that you are here to be doing, that is fulfilling for you, that is bringing you to this deep passion with the King of Wands, mastering this passion, being in an aspect of living life to the fullest, doing the things that you absolutely love. Oh, I just got to grab this card. There we go. The Fool. Step into it. It's time. It's time for this joy and happiness. It's time for this celebration. She's got a balloon in her hand. She's ready to let go and allow it to go where it needs to go. And we let go of a hot air balloon. When we let go of a balloon, it just goes where it needs to go. We just watch. We trust that it's going to go wherever, right? We don't even have to think about, is it going to go right or is it going to go left? It's just going to go where it needs to go. And that's about being more in flow, okay? I did all tarot today. I wanted to try and do a reading with all tarot. I've been guided. 10 of Cups. Happiness, fulfillment. If you are not following your path, and if you are in your head, you are stopping yourself from being in this, leaving a legacy, the emotional love in your life in all aspects, okay? It's about you being in service, and you really connecting to your higher heart, your a space where you are fully yourself, listening to your own guidance, listening to where you need to go on the path with relationship, with career, with your health, all of the things. King of Pentacles, look at this. This is a leader. This is someone who is confident. This is someone who's done the work. He knows that he is going to be secure. He has protection. He has all of the things that he needs. And he is just comfortable living life. Anytime you are processing stuff, or anytime you are stopping yourself from being seen, what are you afraid of? Are you afraid of being secure? Are you afraid of, there's something deep down that's rooted that you are not stepping into for your highest good, okay? It is hard. It is process. It truly, truly is. It's taken me years to get to where I am. The odd time I fall off the handle, but I know that I know my triggers, and I know I need to, not do certain things to allow me to be the energy I need to be and continue to flow. And when things are not working as we wish, I would say, yeah, as we wish, ask yourself, where do I need to push myself to have things move in the direction? Create something, do something, just to allow that energy to flow, allow for more abundance to come in, because I feel like some of this has to do with money for many people. We all we have all been there, and I think most of the people that are in on my channel are people that are very spiritual. They are either entrepreneurs or have like creating something on their own, or they are very, very spiritual on the path that they are discovering more and more about themselves. Okay. Um, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you have a magical day. Much love.